trash here. Well, today is Super Megatron 174923458's birthday. I don't think that's the actual string of numbers after his name, but I couldn't think of it, so I just threw that out there. He requested Energon Bulkhead, who I refuse to call by that name, and is Springer. So let's just go ahead and get into the review. Alright, so anyway, right here we have the figure, and I like how he sits with his landing gear. He's kind of nose up like a lot of the combat helicopters are. He doesn't really look like he's based on any real one. He's got the narrow profile right here, like an old, I think they call it a Super Cobra from Vietnam. But then the rest of him looks more like an Apache. So, I don't know, it's just different. They have, right here in the back, to make the blade spin, the rear landing gear, you press it up and it spins. And it spins for a good little while. You can also just take and push it down in the rear. So, you can do it either way. Like I said, a good looking alt mode. And then, here comes this thing and spoils it. I would like to say that they had a repaint of this called Quick Strike. And the colors matched a lot better on Quick Strike, but I do not have him. I saw him the same day I saw Landquake for $10, but all I had was $10. So I had to choose, and I chose Landquake. So there you go. So anyway, you've got this big old thing, and it's just kind of there. What is kind of neat, though, is it lets him have a Gerwalk mode. For those of y'all that like Macross. And I just want to say that this guy has 4 launching missiles right here in this area. And they're the most sensitive, annoying missiles I've ever experienced on a Transformers toy. They're just bad. They go off anytime you look at them. Oh, Lord, there goes one now. Okay, just remove them all just so I don't have to go chase them around my house. The legs right here are extremely poseable, and I'll get into that a little bit more in a minute. So anyway, see if I can get it to balance. So anyway, there you go. This is him standing up in his my little fan-made Gerwalk mode. And they have a button underneath here. Actually, you can't get to it from this mode, so never mind. I take that back. But this right here is kind of neat. Go ahead and remove this. And to start the transformation, the first thing you're going to do is pull up these panels right here. And then take off the blades. They'll fall off anyway. Fold the legs down and turn them 180 degrees. Next part is going to be to fold the nose down. Then take the arms out a little bit to the side. Go ahead and stand this up like this. Then fold all this down and pick up his head. Fold these panels back into his side. And you kind of have to push back a little bit. Well, it used to clip into place, but now apparently it's a little worn. Okay, the next part is you're going to take and rotate his rocket launchers around like this above the wing. Fold them down to the sides. The arms come down and clip very loosely. Rotate the arms. Straighten them, and then this picks up and his hand turns around. It kind of looks like a gun barrel on the back side of his hand right here before you turn it around, but it almost looks like a Minicon port. I'm not even going to attempt it. So anyway, there you have him right there in his robot mode if I clip his shoulder back into place. So Brawl is not the originator of bad shoulders. He's just the master of them. And anyway, you can load the missiles back in, but they're still extremely sensitive, so I'm just going to leave them out for now. Now, one interesting thing is his spinner right here is removable. You pull the trigger right here back, and that'll push this in, and you can just pull it straight out of his back. Flip a handle out of the back of it. Put it in his hand. And he has a spinny weapon thing that actually I find a lot more effective than blackouts, especially since it'll continue spinning. So anyway, next we have his brute mode, and a lot like landmines, the brute mode is a big reason for getting the figure. There's actually two buttons right here on the inside of it. One of them is a transformation sound, and the other one is a slightly different transformation sound. So anyway, you go ahead and you have to flip these panels back out to the side to be able to connect the two of them together. Get them like that, and then they have two little clips right here that will slide down. Might slide down. Okay, this side forward, silver side forward. Flip his little machine guns forward. Put his arms to the front. And whenever you push his head back, it'll hit a little button and make a machine gun sound. Okay. So anyway, there you have him. And one thing that's really neat is the way that everything is hinged in this right here is the exact same way that the arms are hinged. So any position you can get the arms in, like let's just say out to the side and up like this, you can get the exact same pose with this. So that's how I tend to do it. Just make it look like these just copy whatever his actual arms are doing. And you know, that's just something kind of neat. These right here, they open up and close. Very neat figure. If it wouldn't, it's just a shame that this doesn't match his colors any better. Quick Strike, his little battle pod matched a whole lot better than this. I think he was red and it was silver, or something like that. Silver and black. But like I said, I just didn't have the money for him at the time. So anyway, that's him. Very, not quite as recommended as Landmine, but he is good. You can put these down, and have him stand with them. But you have to pick his feet up off the ground for it to look. Oh, I broke it, did you? Well, that's another thing. Whenever you're posing him, his feet do have a little bit of side-to-side motion like that, to where you can keep him flat-footed. So anyway, you can kind of have him like that, where he's suspended from his little rig. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and happy birthday to Super Megatron Random Numbers. Later.